Hi everyone, Dearly Crafted here. I'm working on a picture here. I tried to zoom it in closer, so I'm kind of going to be working from this side, but it's okay. I usually turn my work anyway. But probably just going to do a short 30-minute coloring on this. Like I said, it's a work in progress. I just kind of do it little by little, so probably just work on maybe a leaf or a flower or something here. So I just have to pick what colors I was interested in doing. I had this all figured out in my head, and then by the time I got this setup done, I've kind of forgotten what I wanted to do. So stay with me. I promise I'll give you something here. So let's see. Trying to think of where I wanted to start. Wanted to make sure you can see. So this is kind of too far down. So all right, I'll just work on this one here. Kind of move it up a little bit for you. So yeah, a lot of times as far as like with the flowers, I just kind of start, and like I said, I kind of pre-plan them in my head, but if it doesn't seem like it's going to look right. And these are my Castle Art watercolor pencils, and this is number, I'm not sure it's going to focus, 003. So I'm just going to go with it and kind of figure out what I want to do. Like I said, I try to just go with the flow as much as possible with these. With the flowers, these flowers are very intricate and have quite a few intricate details just within the flower, and it does make it fun and interesting because you really have to kind of think about how you want to do them. So yeah, nothing wrong with a little bit of a challenge when you're coloring. So I don't really have a lot of color with this yellow, but I'm hoping to kind of just build, like on different colors you can build, like, you know, over here on that one. And I just sharpened some of these pencils, so I am getting that breakage. But once again, these are the Castle Art watercolor pencils, and I like working with them just because of the versatility that I can use them wet or yeah, I can make them, utilize them wet. Like when I did my bird here, I did that in blue. And I do apologize if the camera's getting blurry. But like in some parts of the blue, I took and colored with the blue on his belly, and then took like the water brush and made it into the watercolor. So it was smoother, in my opinion, for that. So let's see here. There was another color I was going to approach doing, and I'm just kind of taking this. So this is not going to be a very long video. I just kind of felt like jumping on here and making a quick video to color with you and kind of touch base. So I am going to keep the yellow that I was using handy. I'll keep this handy. And I was trying to see if I was going to have any other colors that I was interested in working with on this particular one. So I'm just going to utilize one of these test pages and test this color real quick. In this coloring book, there's these pages, blank pages, for kind of just checking what you might be interested in using. So and if, for instance, I don't really love a mix of a color for whatever reason, I can take the water pen and pretty much almost wipe it out if I don't like how something is looking. So with these two colors, it's the 21 and 55, for instance, and they're blending, and it's looking okay to me, but this is a new combination that I've never tried before, so I'm just going to kind of finish it up and see how I like it. I think I took it a little too far towards the top, more than I wanted, but I might work with what I have here and create a little more layering. We shall see. And a little bit richer color. Okay. I think I might add in another color. Just, oops, sorry about clinky noises. Just to tidy that up just a little bit. Keep seeing like a little gap there somewhere. And a little bit more. That color that it seemed to create a little bit more. And so each little petal is going to have like an interesting, more intricate look to it. And then I'm going to, and that color purple that I just used was number 30 of the Castle Art watercolors. So, and I'm going back to the 21, which was what I started on up here. I'm going to make that an accent color right here. Okay. And then I'm going to add in, sorry about bumping thing. I'm a bumping the table. So I'll grab my number 11. Because these flowers are, I think they, you know, when you look at them, I think they're meant to be very colorful. It's like almost like a tropical kind of feeling with these flowers to me. So I'll just highlight these in orange. Because want to make each petal like its own definite feeling. I'm not sure about the yellows. We'll just kind of work. But these little ones in back, I'm not sure if I might give the inner parts a little bit deeper yellow. So yeah, because I'm like trying to compare it what I've already, you know, done. I don't want it to look exactly like that. I want each flower to have its own individual feel. So, all right. We will just, okay. We'll just continue on the petals here. I do take my time, you know, with coloring these. That's part of coloring, is just taking your time and enjoying and relaxing. The process itself of coloring. So let's see if this will, because I know this one blended okay, but I ended up adding the purple in, so I'm gonna try a different approach to it and see if it's satisfactory here. So I am kind of filming you from the side. Or I am filming you from the side pretty much. It's an unusual setup, but like I said, I was trying to make it a little more feasible for you to see close up, because the setup I had was just not, to me it wasn't zoomed in enough. So, and with these watercolor pencils, I try not to scrape them. I try not to scrape them off the page because I don't want to mark in the page. So I do try to just kind of pick them up with my finger if there are any crumbs off of the pencils. So as far as blending, I use the pencils themselves to blend the colors into each other, like at each end here. I just use the colors themselves to blend, and I usually try to use the lightest color. But for instance, with this portion, I'm using a dark pencil, and so even though the other colors around it aren't as dark, I can just kind of use them to blend it all together. Usually I start out, let's see, I just want to add a little bit more purple up here. Usually I start out with the lightest color, like we'll do a leaf after I finish this one little portion here. So yeah, like I said, I'm just using the pencils themselves to kind of blend it. And if I see it needs more, I'll just fine tune it. You know, when you go, it's kind of a trick to use for yourself as far as you know, if you're not sure about something on, you know, your work, and that's anything. I mean, it applies to getting dressed too. If you're not sure about it, sometimes you just need to walk away and just kind of do a first look again. You know, it's like, oh, okay, that's what stands out to me. That's what I want to fine tune, and you know, that sort of thing. So it's like, guess that's a trick that Marilyn Monroe used to use when she was getting dressed for things. It was, if she didn't know for sure if she liked her outfit, like I said, this is just a story. I don't know if it's for sure true, but supposedly a trick she used. If she didn't know if she liked the outfit, she would walk away and, I'm going to just highlight this, walk away from the mirror and then just take a few minutes away from the mirror and then come back and do basically the first look over again. So it's pretty funny. Hope I didn't just mess that up by putting that purple in there. No, that's not bad. It's just not as smooth as I wanted it to be. Like I said, it's not like any biggie if I need to fix something, because for some reason my pencil wanted to go outside of that line. It might just become a blended part here. Okay. May have to fix that little one right there. Kind of got a little crazy on that one there. So I've got the Derwent water brush thing, and I'm just dabbing it on my hands. My hands and my nails look pretty rough right now, so. But that's one reason I can't stay on here long, is because I do have to do my nails and get those straightened up because they're looking a little ratty today. Alright. So I'm just kind of picking that up off of there. Just dab it with my finger. And then I can, once that's dry, I can go back with the yellow and make a correction on that. So we'll start on a leaf. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember. What ones I was kind of turning my pencils around here. My apologies there. Okay. So I'm going to put these colors off to the side since I know I'm using them on that flower. And just kind of put them in that particular flower section. And then I'm picking a few greens here. And I start out in the leaves, I start out with the lightest green. And just kind of get a good layer of the light green going. And I'll just do this one while we're at it too. So I picked 3 greens, like kind of a light tone, medium tone, and dark tone. I do that, and then because that's kind of a, you know, the way nature is anyway. So, and then just kind of come in with the medium tone. It's a common trick for like coloring. to just, you know, kind of pick out your tones there. 3 tones to begin. I think Affordable Colorist does that too, if I remember correctly. I think she does that little hint of picking like 3 tones to start with, and then you just kind of build from there. And I think Chris Chen does that. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of where I saw it, but either way, very helpful. And then I pulled in a 4th green because I wanted more depth. And I do what is called burnishing quite often. And just work it until I like what the result is. And then once again, I'm using one of the actual colors that I've used kind of as a blender. So I'm really, yeah, I'm working it hard. I know somebody's going to be like, whoa, you're pressing hard. Yeah, I am. That's what happens when you're intensely coloring. So, and then these little dots. I'm not really getting into those dots the way I want, but let's see here. So just trying to give the leaves a little bit of, you know, depth and shape. So yeah, I'm kind of hurrying through this a little bit. But like I said, I just figured I'd come in and color for a few minutes. And kind of take you along with me on my coloring for a little bit here. Some leaves I'll just kind of work them differently with all the greens, because, you know, that's kind of what it's like in nature too. So, you know, not every leaf is exactly the same. So and I really like having fun with the colors. Just within even a small area, like a leaf, it's really just kind of fun to work the colors and, you know, the pencil and create something that you're happy with. So see how I'm using this light one as a blender, trying to smooth the transition of colors out. And like I said, I know it's not perfect. Oopsie, I started to do that sweepy thing. I gotta be careful of not doing that. Gotta try not to do that. So I'm not sure how long. Does that look smooth enough? And once again, if I didn't get what I want out of that particular, I can take the water in the water brushes and create that smoothness even a little bit more. So, like I said, I'm not really sure. I keep having to shift here a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 4 pencils, for instance, and these 4 greens, and I'll kind of set those off to the side for myself for the leaf colors if I want to use them again in leaf colors. And so just the lighting is really odd right now. Trying to move it, but it's not. Okay. It's kind of making it blurry a little bit, but yeah, that's making it too blurry. My apologies, everyone. I'm just gonna try to make it more. But it's just wanting to be silly, so. Alright, well that's a few minutes of coloring. So, hopefully you had fun with it, and I hope everybody has a great day. Bye.